We have audio, Eric. I know that's going to be kind of hard.
Okay, I'm gonna click on the unmute button.
So that's going to be kind of hard.
Yeah.
All right.
Coming in stereo though.
Well, it is what it is. Better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It probably, I don't know. But we're live. Hopefully this is much better. I got to do one more thing here. I think I got my issues solved with the audio, I think. Let's just make sure. Loop back. Okay, we're good there. Why is there no... Let's monitor this. Whoa, that was weird. Okay, I think I got it. Alright, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Just hit a button and now we're good. Oof.
You guys got room in this battle for an old war
Wow,
horse?
what are you listening
What are
to,
you doing
Eric?
here? You're too old for this.
Eric, okay, can you turn that down a
There's
little
an
bit,
early
maybe?
moon.
Alright. The show's RPGrinders. Thank you guys for joining. It's been about 3 weeks since we've been on. Like I said, we've got a packed show for you guys today. Bunch of news. We are going to be doing... I got a couple of reviews, one preview. We, of course, have Stinkos, Sweetos, Panic Zone. We're going to be continuing Panic Zone, and we are going to finish up game night with Break. We had a great time, and we got up to the last scenario, so can't wait for that. All coming up on this edition of RPGrinders. Let me see if Break is here. We're waiting for Break. So that should be okay. I think we're good. Let me see if we got anybody in the chat yet. Nobody in the chat yet. Jeez, these audio issues, man. I think I got the formula to fix I have to manually fix this every time, so. But it's okay, because I kind of know how the process now and all that good fun stuff. So hopefully you guys are going to have a great time with us. You know, all the feels of the return of RPGrinders this week, at least live. I know the guys did a great job of holding it down last week. I'm really happy that you guys held it down. What was your panic?
We even preserved the Mad Buddy nature of the show by me fucking up and not paying attention to my microphone falling on the floor.
Right. Well, I was going to ask you, what was your panic zone last week, Eric?
It was a zombie apocalypse scenario where we could make weapons out of the various tools we had at our job.
Ah, very good. I like that. For me, that would be anything, because my job is basically full-time YouTube. So, you know.
Use microphones as weapons.
Microphones.
Strangle people with it.
Yeah, exactly. Headphones.
Can you even choke a zombie out?
Well, you could, like, take their head off if you choked them out like that.
Well, hard enough, maybe. I mean, zombies tend to be squishier than they appear.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they
have, like, superhuman strength, but as soon as you put pressure to them, they can't handle it.
Right. They're supposed to be weak, Gives you a fighting chance of survival,
That's why you can stop zombies' heads in Resident Evil if they start biting you when they're on the floor and you don't notice them. Yeah. If they're weak enough, you can just stop and kill them.
Right. And it's weird how you can get bit in Resident Evil games and not get infected.
They have the ridiculous plot armor of just having resistance.
Right. They're just automatically resistant to anything, so,
Or what if they make like a side story like Resident Evil one day that explains the reason why they are resistant is because they're actually mutants too?
That would be fun. Or give some sort of explanation, like they all took vaccines before they...
At least Jill in 3 took a vaccine against the Nemesis virus that she got injected with.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they can.
And apparently that's the reason why she and a couple other characters have been previously affected just don't age.
Huh.
Why they're hot all the time.
Huh, that's interesting. Well, I like the fact that they're hot. I don't want to look at some ugly-ass character on screen. You know, I don't have a problem with that. Just waiting on break to jump on in. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Do we have anybody in there? I doubt it. Anytime that you're gone for a few weeks, you lose, like, your audience. But hopefully Freak will be in there.
Because it was, like, the last CG Resident Evil film. And, like, all the female leads, like, that were involved were, like, Jill, Claire, and I think Ada, and someone else. Like, I think Rebecca. Because she got affected once in Resident Evil 0.
Here's a question for you, Eric. Who's the hottest character in the Resident Evil series? Because they're all kind of hot, right? They all are super muscular or very fit, trim, all that, you know.
I think it's a tie between Ada and Jill.
Ooh, I like Ada quite a bit. I think it's because we don't get a lot of Ada, is why I like her the best. I don't know, maybe. Just waiting on break to get on in. Thank you guys and gals for listening to us. Show's RPGrinders. You know, Eric, we're only at 8 episodes, 2 months away exactly from episode 800. We should do something special for that because that's an accomplishment. What do you think we should do, Eric?
I'm not sure. I was gonna get drank on the show again.
We could do that. We could do a drunken high show. I'll take a gummy, like I don't know, 45 minutes before the show.
Maybe I could buy it edible in time for the show.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you could definitely do that. I mean, it's 2 months away, Eric, so we got plenty of time to plan. I saw a break on there earlier. He didn't give me a text message or anything, so. Did you guys have a fun time with the show last week, Eric?
Yeah.
Technical issues aside? Good. Very good. I'm so tired. Like I said, we got a jam-packed show. We're going to be doing Game Night and Panic Zone tonight. I have a pretty interesting Panic Zone for you all, so hope you guys enjoy it. Something a little bit different. Just waiting on break to get on in. He should be joining any second now. I'm going to text.
Apparently, it's the 17th anniversary of Mega Man ZX Advent. And yesterday was the anniversary of Iwata's death.
I know. Let's see if break is in Skype, because sometimes...
And not too long ago was like the somethingth anniversary of Dragon Quest. I think it's 35th.
Oh yeah, of part 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come on, break. Where are you at? I got everything on my end squared away. Okay. Hold on. Sound like I'm in a tunnel. Yeah, I don't know what that is, break. Hold on. We're just going to have to... It doesn't sound like that on the recording. It only sounds like that on OBS. But let me see if I can remedy that. Can you still hear, Break? Is that better? Can you still hear us, Break? It's way better? Alright. I fixed it. Alright. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think I fixed that issue. That's way better. Okay, awesome. It's because the mic was running concurrent with desktop audio, and once I turned the mic off, then it kind of helped. So, is that better, Break? Just trying to get confirmation. Yeah, Mr. Fix It. Okay, Break, I'm going to call you. Let's add Break to the line here. Hold on, I got to do this and that and this and that and the other. Where are you? There you are. All right, let's add Breakman. What's up, Freak? Nice to have you in here. We're calling Breakman. Can you hear us?
I got mute. I gotta hit the mute button.
What?
I gotta mute the channel. I was hearing.
Oh, okay. We can hear you. Yuck.
Yeah, that was me a couple seconds ago.
Don't do it, Break. Don't gross us out, dude.
Oh, my bad.
What's up, Freak
He's
Five?
getting into the role for whatever nasty monster we're gonna have to face next, right?
I know.
I was getting in the role for the boys.
Ooh.
As nasty as
I'm
possible.
actually going to be talking about a little bit about the boys.
I still need to watch that show.
Yet, but oh my god, last week's episode. Oh my god.
I haven't gotten to it. I haven't gotten to the last episode.
If you have, or if you're on this season, have you seen
I'm not. I started it at all.
I've seen what?
Gen V?
I have not
Other-
watched Gen
the
V,
college-
the other show.
See, the college
Also-
show ties a lot into this episode. Or
Oh,
this-
does
Also,
it?
apparently they're going to be doing a bunch of like Marvel-based movies for certain characters now.
Yeah. Hey, Freak
The
Five.
Deep is getting his own movie, and like
Oh my god.
A-Train's getting his own movie.
Let's not do that. Movies on their own would suck. Hey, Freak Five, does the audio sound okay, my friend?
I think it was a joke, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. Freak, does the audio sound better than it's been sounding? Let me know in the chat. Okay, sounded much better. Okay. All right, very good. Let's get started. Are you ready, Break? Are you ready, Eric?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this thing. All right, and welcome everybody to episode 792 of RPGrinders. We're back live, bitches. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, it's been a while since we've been all together. I think like 3 weeks. How are you?
No, we thought you were dead. It's good you're alive. We're happy.
Yeah, I
Fighting the evil wizard, aren't you?
no, definitely not an evil wizard, but I did have a
Stepsister? Or, well, good real sister, I should say.
no, wow. I had an emergency to attend to. Okay, so my other channel, I do a lot of activism, and I absolutely needed to run right before the show. I got a call on some shit that I needed to take. I had to just go. So I'm glad you guys did the show last week. I hope you guys, all the listeners, had a chance to listen to Break and Eric last week. And if you haven't, it's on the feed. But hey, before we get started, Break, I have a little bit of housekeeping. What do you want to do for episode 800? Do you want to have a high and drunk episode where Eric might be drinking and we might be like taking gummies before the show?
Well, what other options do we have?
That's it.
Okay, then yes.
That's unless you have something else, man. I don't know. You know, I mean,
we could do this day in Frank as well.
No,
to
let's
make it
not.
funnier.
No, let's not do that.
I do have
Fake Frank facts about Frank.
What?
I have
Break?
a major request for you, though.
What's the request?
Major request. Like it's a big deal. So if you can't get them, I understand. But I really want you to try on this. Could you go to the Rockies and beg them to schedule more games against Reds?
You shut your fucking mouth right now. Shut your fucking mouth, Break. I don't want to hear any fucking nonsense come out of your goddamn mouth, okay?
So the Rockies are losing to the Reds is what I'm getting at.
Yes, that's exactly. They fucking swept them, right?
No, you won one, but one of the games was like 12-2 or something.
Oh God, it's so awful, so awful. I don't even know what to say to that, Break.
Petition your team.
We'll do it then too, Freak.
Just petition. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
before 22.
You can go fuck yourself, Break. You know what? I knew. I just fucking knew it. I fucking knew that was coming. And you know what's funny, Break, is I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a bet with Break. This was like probably the last show, and I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been eating crow right now. But it's always fun to do bets, like when the Bengals and Broncos get together, or the baseball teams. But the Rockies suck so much ass that I couldn't even bring myself to do it, because I already knew. I mean, I'm surprised they won the one game, Break. I really am. What did you see anything that the Rockies were doing that gives any hope for the future? Is there any one player that surprised or wowed you?
I hope that wasn't a legitimate question.
That was a legitimate question.
Oh,
I'm asking.
sorry.
None,
Sorry.
right?
I got nothing for you.
Nothing, right? And nobody else does. I'm a diehard Rockies fan, and I was looking at their roster, and I'm like, you got an AG. Oh, fuck, I could go on and on. They fucking blow. I think I'm gonna be. You need to dub me an honorary Reds fan or something, Break, because
it'll turn around eventually. Just all teams do.
Oh yeah, in 10, 15
unless
years.
You're a fan of the Browns, which they constantly lose until they don't, and then they start losing again.
Yeah, well, I'm a fan of the Rockies, but even I think I'm gonna start wearing a bag over my head, going to the games and wearing a bag over my head. That's the ultimate humiliation for the team.
I grew up hating the Browns, but as I got older and older and older, I just feel sorry for them mostly. Like their fans, I feel so bad for them.
They've been kicking ass lately. The past couple of seasons, they've been doing pretty good.
Past season has been a lot better. You're right.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, it's been a lot of like. There gets so much hope, and there's promise, and they'll get a new coach, and they get a new quarterback, and they get the same results year after year. Like it's gotta be frustrating.
Yeah.
Just like Detroit, like being a Detroit fan. Like,
I mean, the Bengals went through long stretches like that too.
Okay.
So
It's kind of like the Vegeta. I'm gonna call it the Vegeta effect, where he just trains, gets a lot stronger, but ultimately he's the jobber for the villain of the day.
Yeah. I'm gonna call it
one of these days Vegeta's gotta win a fight, right?
I know. I'm gonna call it the vagina effect, because they're.
I mean, Vegeta sort of did win against Granola because he convinced Granola to stop fighting.
Yeah. All right, let's get this show on the road, guys, so we can get to it, because we got a jam-packed show today. RPG News. All right, Eric, you are up.
From RPG site, East 10 has got a release date for October 25th, PlayStation 5 for Nintendo Switch and PC, which is Steam, GOG, and Epic. Those are the storefronts that you can get on PC. And there's a limited edition on the NIS store for $104.99, which includes a soundtrack, a mini art book, and sling bag and postcards. That's definitely not worth the price of that much.
No,
postcards.
Fuck that.
What the fuck does anybody want postcards for?
Who the does? Can you tell me, Break, the last time you used a goddamn postcard?
I've never used a postcard.
Well, I have, but like when I was like 10, which was like the dark ages, you know.
And there's the deluxe edition, which is the normal price, but it includes a digital soundtrack and a mini art book.
It sounds about the same as the fucking regular, like the super edition.
Yeah, the extra swag does not make it worth an extra $50-something.
It's fucking ridiculous. Whatever. I mean, I'm a fan of the Ys series, but not that much of a fan.
Yeah, limited editions, they're for whales, I guess, at this point, because they're not worth it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next story because we kind of got to hurry it along here. Breakdown.
Coming to us live from RPG set. I know I got interrupted. My bad. Legend of Heroes: Trails Through Daybreak 2 heads west in early 2025 for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna try to fast forward this dumb
Daybreak.
I feel bad for NIS though because it got leaked because someone on PSN booted up their game, but since they have their default language set to English, it did this thing where it just gives you the English title instead, or title logo instead. So that's basically how they found out.
Oh, somebody got an advanced copy and they booted.
No, like their Japanese copy that they bought got an update, and the update gave them a new artwork for the English logo because their system's language is set to English, and so it's one of those things where like it'll display the game in English.
Oh well, I mean I don't.
But I guess I don't think there'll be an actual patch. Maybe later there will be, but like they can't play it in English yet, obviously, until that happens. But it's a weird PSN thing that Sony does.
Yeah. Break, that's funny. The extra super ultra edition comes with a rotary phone.
What other ancient crap can they throw in there?
I don't know. Like a telegram. You get a telegram. All right, next story. Next.
What those little dials to do Morse code? What, to like ring of copper and then like just like a thing to tap or something?
Yeah. Or they go one further. They give you the special edition includes a paper cup to paper cup telephone system. You know, with the string in the middle. Oh man, so stupid. All right, next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Toho spell Carnival. Toho spell Carnivals launches in the West in 2024 for the PS5, PS4, and the Switch. Little announcement trailer, which I will fast forward to the middle, and let's see if they give us any gameplay. It does not look like we're going to get any sort of gameplay.
Well, we know that it's a strategy RPG / bullet hell game.
All right.
So something like not quite akin to the level of Knights of Nightmare, but probably as close as they can be with it being more turn-based tactical RPG.
Yeah.
That videos, trailers like that just do not get me excited at all.
Nothing at all. I don't know why they do it, Break. When they don't give you any type of gameplay, there's no hype for me whatsoever. Just an announcement with a bunch of characters shown on the screen does not excite me.
There are pictures.
These aren't like established characters. Like if you're gonna say a new Street Fighter and you want to like show.
Actually, they are quite established, Break. They're just not in the public Western consciousness. They're for sick otaku freaks like me.
Well, that's fine, Eric, but I think what we're saying is about
like the mass names you see for the masses, like Ken and Ryu or something like that.
Right.
You know?
And
like you see them, you know, it's a Street Fighter game. You see Scorpion, you know, it's a Mortal Kombat coming or something.
Right.
Me and Frank see these characters and go, huh?
Well, not only that, like give me a little bit of gameplay to get excited.
Right.
You know, if you show a little small battle with a wicked monster, and you're going at it, and you show off the gameplay a little bit, that gets exciting, right? All right,
Yes.
Eric,
That's what
next.
I want to see. I want to play your
Right,
game. I don't want to watch it.
right. Freak Five says it comes with smoke signals. The special edition comes with smoke signals.
Oh, so that's like like a fire starter and some sticks and like
Yeah.
a carpet, like a rug thing.
Yeah, for 104 for that special edition East. It should come with the One Piece style Den Mushi setup. That's why it's so expensive, because you have to take care of this living snail creature now.
No, thank you.
And you can communicate with it
Right.
with
No.
someone else.
Or throw in some sea monkeys and say, here you go.
It sounds like that game for Dreamcast with learning.
G-Man.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like that.
Can you imagine a special edition for that, and they give you like a packet of sea monkeys? Use your imagination to what's going on. All right, Eric, next story, please.
From RPG site, Death End Request Code Z launches in the West in 2025. No date yet, but it's coming out in Japan on September 19th.
And an absolutely worthless trailer as well. So there you go. Anything else on that, Eric?
Nope.
All right. Breakman. Yes.
I'm sorry, crap. Coming to us live from RPG site, Way Forward brings back sci-fi shmup RPG Sigma Star Saga for modern consoles, PC, and Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I think Limited Run Games is reprinting the Game Boy Advance cartridges.
Why?
Because people like that.
Sorry.
Why?
Yeah, why? Why?
No, what you should be asking is, why do people want a physical cartridge of a Bubsy collection?
Yes, why? And why? Why? I've got a lot of whys here. Why?
Right.
Or why does anybody want Arrow the Acrobat? Just Arrow the Acrobat, not even the entire series.
Oh my God, Freak Five's so stupid. You're exiled, you son of a bitch. All right. Breakman, next story, please.
Yeah, let me load it here. Scroll.
I think you did. Actually,
because
you
I'm
did the last story, didn't you?
fine. I've already got this unloaded now. Coming to us live from RPG South. Deathbound launches on August 8th for PlayStation 5. All the Xbox is getting something for once, and PC. Xbox not excluded for once. You hear that?
That's funny as fuck, man. Xbox is not getting excluded on this. That's the story.
Well, maybe if Microsoft stopped being a bunch of shitheads, people would actually want to make games for them.
Yeah, well, that's true too. I think they're actually trying to get out of the console wars. I really do.
I'm interested because the price is $29.99. So
That's the only reason you're interested is because of the price.
It's a Souls-like, and it's a indie Souls-like, so that's why it's cheap.
yes, this is made from Brazil. So
I'm
I
interested.
mean, it's not going to be buggy because it's not like a big developer, but
Right.
it doesn't mean it's not a good game. And we've seen a lot of these like small developers come up with really interesting ideas.
Yeah, I'll be interested. See, I'm even worse than you, Breakman. I'll be interested when it's $5, like 2 years
Right.
from now. It's like-
It's weird though, because they're advertising it as a single-player party-based Souls-like, which just means certain attacks will be like you turning into that like class and adopting that moveset or something.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like Mortal Shell in that respect, but it sounds like it's trying to be a bit more fluid than that.
Yeah. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Disney Pixel.
Disney Pickle.
I like pickle RPGs too. Apparently, Disney Pixel RPG announced for mobile devices, set to release in 2024. I'm interested in this because it looks kind of cool. I don't know. A pixelized
Phone
Disney.
game. Better not be microtransactions.
Oh, if it's microtransactions, then
It's gung ho, so it's definitely going to be.
Oh, it's gung ho and it's on mobile. Yeah, fuck this game already. All right, Eric, next story.
Next story is
Break, your son of a bitch, man.
Werewolf the Apocalypse Purgatory has got a release date, and it comes out on July 23rd for PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox Series X and S. It's Nintendo Switch, PC, and iOS. They may have more mobile versions.
Oh, this is like the visual novel. I'm interested. I like Werewolf the Apocalypse tabletop game. So this is interesting. This might be kind of cool.
Only like $15.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Is this the
I
first?
never played any of the other games in this series of Telltale-like games.
Yeah, there's other ones. I remember that, but I don't know. Okay, so let's continue on here. Who's next? Is it Breakman? I think it's Break next story.
What coming to us live from RPG sites? Tactical strategy RPG Jean d'Arc coming to PS5 and PS4 on July 16th.
Now, if
one of the PSP's best strategy RPGs.
Yeah, wasn't this?
That's good. That's good. We need more PSP ports. We were talking about this last week.
Wasn't this on the DS, Eric?
No, this is a PSP game.
I do remember this game.
RPG. Yes, that's great. More of this, please. PSP was a highly overlooked system. There were gems on that system.
Yeah, the PSP was a great system. Great system. I wish Sony would come out with
this. Is a level 5 game, and I think it was published by Sony, so good luck getting it anywhere else.
Yeah. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Action RPG Summoner brings forth a new release on July 16th for PS5 and PS4, and for what I remember, this game blew.
Yeah, and the sequel's even worse.
Yeah, so I don't know why they're coming out with this trash.
Well, it's Sony. They're doing the bare minimum of hey, remember these PS2 games? You can play them again. Pay us.
Yeah, I'd rather just play the PS2 versions if that's the case. So.
Oh, this is just the port of the PS2 game. They didn't do anything to it other than make it run on the console.
Oh, no, thank you. Not interested. All right.
And it's not even well emulated. I mean, it's the same cases with John Dark, but I'll take it because it's at least interesting.
All right, Eric, next story, please.
And I could play it on a screen that's not my Vita TV.
Yeah.
Yes, Eric, go ahead.
New Sorcery Saga game. They're calling it that because that's roughly what Monogatari translates to.
Wait a minute.
Monogatari Fia to Fushigi no Nagaku, which is a approximate translation would be Sorcery Saga Fia, the Mysterious School. And I don't know if this will be localized because the last Sorcery Saga game that we got localized was a PS Vita game.
Okay.
But it's coming out in Japan on November 25th or 28th. And hopefully somebody does something with this. And the developer is Sting. They made the last one, so this isn't surprising.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't look great to me.
But... Oh yeah, speaking of Sorcery Saga,
damn,
I know it's a Vita game, but like I'd really love it if Sony would just let us have it on the PSN.
Yeah, Sony let us have anything fun from back in the day.
I know.
Come on, Eric, you know better, man. You know better. All right. Last story.
For all your PSP titles that you can't sell on your storefront anymore because you fucking closed it.
I know, dumbass.
I think you could still buy Vita games on the Vita store, but you can't buy PSP games on the Vita store. It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. PSP probably was a better system than the Vita, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, as far as games are concerned, I remember the PSP having way more better games than the Vita. Even though the Vita was a good system too.
It felt like they supported the PSP more.
Yeah, for sure.
It never felt like they gave the Vita a chance in America.
Right. Okay, last story.
Oh wait, I didn't know that Sorcery Saga came out on Steam. That must have been a couple of years ago, and I forgot about it. Oh well.
All right.
So you can pick it up there if you want to play it.
All right, Breakman, last story.
Coming to us live from RPG site, Reality Alteration Strategy RPG Paradise Duality Unbound traverses on the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, is Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Goddamn, everything. Wow. It seems rare these days. Developer Mistold Games and publisher Whisper Games have announced Paradise Duality Unbound, as I just said. The game there'll be a debut game for the U.S. and China-based studio Mistold Games. That's interesting.
That
So
is, yeah.
China
Chinese.
and
You don't really have. There's not a ton of like high-profile Chinese developers at all. I remember there was one company that tried to be, a AAA company, and it didn't work out. But this actually, like, for strategy games, it's
this looks really interesting.
it
I
does
want to
look
play
cool.
this.
Yeah,
The
it
world
looks
is not
like.
a static background, but a canvas for your actions. Each mission regenerates landscapes to adapt to your journey, except for the territories you've skillfully claimed. This ever-changing environment ensures no two adventures are the same, offering fresh challenges and opportunities. That's
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah. All right, let's move on. I'm a little rusty. Sorry, y'all. It's been a little while. But anybody have any homie discounts, per se?
I got a couple Humble Bundle discounts.
All right.
And this one's gonna end in a week, so you better get on it quick. But the summer GDQ Games on Quick game bundle has a pay for either an entire 7-item bundle, a 5-item bundle, or a 3-item bundle. And if you pay the maximum of 7 games for $20, you get this. You get Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Penny's Big Breakaway, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Game of Year Edition, Arzette the Jewel of Faramore, Dishonored, Hyperbolica, and Blazing Chrome.
Nah.
So if you don't want all of those, you could just choose to get at least 3 of them.
How much is the 3 bundle?
A
minimum?
3-item bundle will get you 12. It's $12 for 3 games.
Not bad. $4 a game.
But you can't pick the games. You have to choose. I thought you could pick, but I guess you're only going to get Blazing Chrome, Dishonored, and Hyperbolica, which isn't bad though.
Yeah, that's not terrible. But $20 for 7 games? That's not bad either. I know Dishonored is pretty good, so I mean it might be worth it just for that. But
And the other deal is also a Humble Bundle deal, but you can buy all the Love games, which are erotic visual novels. I'm saying this specifically because this is the PC versions of games that I'm talking about. If you buy the console versions, which recently released for Switch, they won't have that content. But you can pay $26 for these 10 games. Love Alternative Total Eclipse Remastered, Love Alternative, The Imperial Capital Burns Love Alternative Total Eclipse. Let's see. I'm guessing it's a side game.
how much is that bundle, Eric?
$26.
What kind of alternative love are they referring to?
Love Photon Melodyist. Or no, Melody, sorry. I thought that was a T. Love Unlimited the day after 01. Love Unlimited the day after 02. Those might be manga that are just being sold on Steam, for all I know, though. But Love Unlimited the day after 03, and the original Love, and Love Photon Flowers. And the last one is Love Unlimited the day after 00.
All right.
Those weren't any fun. I miss the dirty ones, like my sister's naughty.
Yeah, that's manga stuff.
I know. It's like my dirty sister's fantasy about her stepdad part 2.
Right.
Naughty nympho nurses, and doctors, like shit like that, man. It's so fun.
Right. My teacher made me stay overtime to fuck her pussy.
There is an adult bundle on IndieGala right now, but it's a bunch of crap that nobody will want to play.
Break, can you say that one again? I like that one, man.
What was it? Teacher makes you stay after to fuck her in the pussy.
Part 5. Part 5.
Part
You gotta,
five.
yeah, you gotta have a
My
part.
Ascension, Part 5.
Yeah, part 5.
The Teaching Fuck Fest, Part 5.
Right. Like the first 4 were like he was, the guy was staying after to sleep with his teacher, and he like had a time limit of like 2 minutes or something. Couldn't even get it hard. So like the story's a progression of like, finally doing the deed, and then the last
Oh,
one's part 5.
No, that's just one. That's just the first movie. By the 5th movie, she's done the whole school.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to. You don't have any homie discounts, do you, Break?
No, I'm aware of it.
All right.
Inquiring minds want to know.
What you been playing, Break?
Let me see. I beat the single player story of Borderlands 3, and I'm still not up to level 73 yet, so I'm still working on that. I had a weird bug in that game. There was a character model, an enemy that kind of disappeared, but their scope stayed on.
Huh.
So as I was moving around the level, like their red pointer was following me everywhere, even though the character was dead. It was weird.
It's like the ghost is still watching you.
I shot at it like, "Come on, die!" or something. Stop looking at me.
You get all self-conscious, man. God damn it! Quit being a voyeur, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I gotta go pee.
I can't even pee in peace in this game. What's wrong with you?
I've also played more of Castlevania, the Game Boy Advance collection on Xbox, but so it's the trilogy plus Dracula X. That's just great games. They're fantastic games.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And Halo Infinite, which is they've added more upgrades and stuff like that as far as like cosmetic stuff.
Yeah,
which is fine by me. I like the cosmetic stuff. I told her last week I used some of those free points to buy some cat ears for my character because I wanted to make my character as gay as possible. I figured the cat ears with the pride armor worked good.
What is cat ear? Is that like a sign of being gay or something? Break? I'm not understanding.
It's like the girl thing.
Oh, okay.
And the gays like to do what the girls do. So
there's catboy stuff too. So
yeah, that's because girls do it and boys don't do it too.
Got you. Okay. All right. Anything else, Break?
No, that's it.
All right, Eric.
I just finished Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC a couple days ago.
Oh.
Other than that, I've been playing a little bit of more trying to get through Trails because most of the time was spent trying to get through that. So now I can just completely focus on Trails through Jaybreak.
Break. Do you do that while you're playing the game? Meow.
No, meow, no.
Meow.
Meow.
Everything is meow, like on Starship, not Starship Troopers, Super Troopers.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. All right. Anything else, Eric?
Nope, those are the only two things I've been playing.
All right. You guys are going to be shocked when I tell you this. I have been playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
So wait, that's why you weren't here last week.
No.
Now it makes sense.
No.
Busted. No, it's too late. You're busted.
Pretty fantastic from what I've been playing. I haven't played much of it because I haven't had much time, but yeah, it's pretty damn good. Just like Breath of the Wild, and I'm sure it's even better because it's like, what is it, like double the size? I don't know how they did it. I really don't. The people that work at Nintendo on their platform are absolutely amazing. The first party stuff is incredible. I don't care what anybody says. Whether it's Zelda, Mario, Metroid, all of that shit is just amazing. And this is no exception. This may be I think I'm always going to hold Breath of the Wild in very high regard, but Tears of the Kingdom's got a shot here, so I have to play it through to let you guys know. But holy fuck, good game so far.
Of the Nintendo franchises, of their mainline games, I can't think of any like bad ones.
No, can you?
Like Mario, Zelda,
Right?
Like, I can't. And Metroid, I can't think of any bad ones.
No, and of course you have the Nintendo haters that hate anything Nintendo puts out, but they just put out quality after quality after quality game, not quantity, quality. Yeah,
I mean,
and
you can find stinkers if you go and look for like Mario's Missing and stuff like that. But I mean, like the mainline franchises games, fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why they're at the top of their game, and they make a shit ton of money all the time. I can only remember like 1 or 2 quarters when the GameCube came out where they were not profitable, but they've been like, if I was to invest, Nintendo would be a good bet for probably the next 20 years. You know what I mean? Like they really would. You wouldn't lose any money with them. They seem to do it right. They don't give you the latest and greatest hardware, none of that shit. But what they do
The only problem with the GameCube is that it had to compete against the PlayStation 2.
Right. That's right. And the GameCube was fantastic, and I like that system quite a bit. But yeah. All right. That's about it for that. Let's move on to
RPGrinders reviews.
Break, did you have any reviews this week?
No, I'm still in the middle of watching shows.
Okay.
And, I don't want to do any reveal anything on Gen V since you haven't watched it yet. I will say that the plot of Gen V ties heavily into this season, The Boys.
Okay.
And a lot of characters make guest appearances too.
Oh, in Gen V?
Yeah.
Or okay. Well, I'll try to watch it. I thought it was another Teen Angst spin-off bullshit.
It's like an adult version of those.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right.
Like it's like that. You are gonna see like the teen angsty stuff, but at the same time, like it's more mature. Gen V was Gets His Freak. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a shot.
I think the story was a lot more concise than this season of The Boys. So far I'm not sure where the fuck they're going.
Okay,
like,
well,
it's supposed to be the last season, and it feels like nothing's progressed so far this season.
Okay,
I haven't seen last episode.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about it because I'm missing like an episode and a half of this season so far, but you know, I might as well just go into it. Real quick preview of The Boys. I think I agree with you, Break. I'm a little confused. Like, where the fuck is this going? Like you know, last season was very, very plot driven and it got you someplace, and this season is going nowhere fast. Is the way that I'm, you know, viewing things as far as this season goes. It's not. And don't get me wrong. It's been actually pretty good. Like, you know, show to show. Like, but there's just something missing there. I don't know if they're going to tie it all in with the next couple of episodes, but I'm hoping the last season, which is the next season, right, is going to be just awesome. Because I did read the comic books, and the comic books, I don't know if you read the comics, Break. The comic books are insane, man. It's just fucking crazy.
I've read some of the comparisons between the comic and the show. Like there's a lot of things they definitely changed.
Yeah.
But it seems like the overall idea is the exact same.
Yeah. I mean, they got Homelander pretty good. You know, I mean, there's no question about that. That guy that plays Homelander is really, really talented and good. But you know,
he is twisted.
Yeah.
He is fucking twisted.
I mean, he's really twisted in this season too. You know, it's crazy. Yeah. But I like that aspect of it. That's
I'm just waiting for him to break. Like he is going to snap at some point. He's getting close to the edge. Yeah. Homelander's just going to lose it.
Right.
I like that one episode. I have so many mixed feelings about the episode because basically it was him taking revenge on his childhood bullies.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Well,
because it's like, these people are like, they did horrible things to him as a kid. They deserve this, but like at the same time, like they're like you don't need to.
You don't need to do this. Plus, it's been so long; they're probably different people by now anyway.
Well, even if they were different people, like they should have been punished for what they did. Like they were absolutely cruel. They were horrible to him as a child.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him for wanting revenge on all that shit, but holy
Right.
fuck, you know.
And like I said, like it makes me think like childhood bullying and stuff like that. Like God, like who doesn't want to go back and get revenge on their childhood bullies, you know?
Yeah. I
But not to
think
that extreme.
I know. I think his son will turn on him, and that will get him to snap. I don't know, Freak Five. I'm just not understanding. I'm with Break. I think it's meandering a little bit and needs
This
to.
season's definitely meandering. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And I was reading an interview like apparently the showrunner like he feels like he has to outdo himself every year with something grosser and grosser
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because it's kind of expected.
Right.
And the torture scene in this one was even though there was no nudity, it was very disturbing.
The torture scene. Which one are you
Yeah,
referring
when
to?
Huey gets tortured.
Huey
Oh,
and who?
No, Huey gets tortured.
By who?
Tech Knight and some others.
Did that happen at the beginning of this season, or
No, that was like not this last week, but the week before.
maybe
So
I
you're probably
didn't get
not at that
to
point
it?
yet.
Yeah, I'm probably not to that point, but okay.
Yeah, that was really disturbing.
Yeah.
Everything about that was disturbing. I'm just saying.
I do think there were some funny moments, like that multiple man guy in the sauna. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. I was laughing my ass off.
Guy, like, oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Okay. And then what made it even grosser is the one guy turns to the camera and he like has like I don't know like juice on his lips or something. I'm like Jesus Christ, man! Come on, man. It was really fun. Splitter,
Yeah.
is that his name? Splitter, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
All right, Eric, did you have any? You didn't have any reviews, did you?
I have a review of the Erd Tree DLC.
Okay. Yeah, go for it, Eric.
I already put it up. It's on the audio feed.
Oh, I see. You put it on the feed. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to everybody's favorite segment.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
All right, Breakman, your stinkos of the week.
All right. Since we did a show last week, I don't have a ton, thank God. But let's just go ahead and start with our Supreme Court and how they've decided that they actively want to govern this country, I guess. They've decided that the Constitution is just a suggestion, I guess. And they're going to do everything they can to protect, well, politicians.
Yeah.
Because the president is not officially above the law for everything that they do.
Right. Are you
But
talking
this was
about
American
the?
Idol. Nobody was supposed to be above the law. Well, we've known that to be a lie for a long time. No, the courts have just confirmed it.
Yeah, they confirmed it. Yeah.
Among some of the other terrible things they've done recently, but this one's insanity.
Yeah, I know, man. I don't even know what to say to it, Break, because what can you say? You know?
Yep.
What can you say? I mean, it is what it is. And we talk about it quite a bit, but unless you get the money out, it's never going to work. It's a failed experiment. That's what I can say about the United States. It's a failed experiment, you know? I mean, it definitely failed the people, for sure. Did not fail the politicians. If you can become a politician, you can benefit. Or if you're rich, you can benefit, you know? So, is what it is. I don't have anything to add to that, Break. You know, what else you got?
Moving on, speaking of that, the only people who can do anything about that are the politicians. And some of them have the vested interest of protecting them, of course. But other ones, say like Merrick Garland, who has the ability to do something about him, to investigate people like Clarence Thomas, who we know is corrupt and has literally received millions of dollars in the last just 10 years from his buddy, who he's ruled on. He's actually judiciated cases for his friend Harlan Crow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but Merrick Garland sits on his thumbs. He's afraid of. He's probably afraid of looking political or some shit. You know, because Merrick Garland's the most useless piece of shit that's ever.
Yeah, don't get me started on Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland got that position because everybody felt bad that he didn't get the Supreme Court position. But look what a weak fucking judge he would have been, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, so maybe it was a good thing he wasn't put in there, but I don't know. Freak says, Stinko, a few months ago our oldest cat died and we weren't getting another cat until a couple more have died. Couple weeks ago was Mrs. Freak's birthday. My daughter wanted to show me what she got Mrs. Freak for her birthday, and guess what it was? I don't know, a cat, a kitty.
I love cats, so that's not Stinko to me. Sorry.
I know. I like cats too. It's just, you know, maybe it was a dog instead of a cat. I don't know. Maybe there's more to that story. Freak 5.
Maybe it's one of those little cat boys or cat girls.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting.
No, 2 kittens.
Moving on.
Oh, 2 kittens. That's what the Stinko is. 2 of them. Got you. All right. What else? Break.
Shelley Duvall died.
I saw that. Yeah, I was really sad. She, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, she was a good actress. She was a lot of fun. She's, of course, in one of the most famous horror movies of all time. Sad to say she's gone. Next, we have the. Oh, that's not anything specific. This one is, though. Republican governors have been, for the last 4 years, anytime some disaster happens within their state, they delay the federal response. And then, of course, it looks to their vote. And then they go to their voters and tell them, you know, look, Biden doesn't care about you and stuff like that. They did it in East Palestine, Ohio, when the train derailed because, you know, Mike the Swine is getting, well, some of his donors were the railroad company that derailed.
Of course.
So he had vested interest in not allowing the federal government in here. And it just happened last week in Houston when they're dealing with huge flooding problems. The Texas governor's like, no, you can't come here.
Abbott.
We don't need you.
Yeah, Abbott.
Yeah. So people are in drowning and shit because of the flood. Everything they have is destroyed. They need help, but Republican governors decided that their own needs are more important. I guarantee you, there's something.
This never made sense to me, Breakman. So yes, obviously Joe Biden's a Democrat and they're Republican governors, right? Why do they not just take that federal aid and then kind of co-opt it and say, look at all the aid I'm giving you as a Republican governor? You know, they can take credit for it.
They do that anyway, though.
I know.
Just look at the politicians who voted against the infrastructure bill and then went right back to their states and bragged about, look what we got for you.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
voted against it.
Right. Well, they're hypocrites to the nth degree, and it's not limited to Republicans. The Democrats do that shit too. You know, I mean, it's the reason why a 2-party system will never work. It will never work. A 2-party system will never work. You know, so. Okay, so
Freak just posted.
Freak continues on. I told her no. Then when Mrs. Freak saw what it was, it seemed like she wasn't happy with it. She said we would see how they were doing after a couple days before we decided if we would keep them. I took a nap, and when I woke up, she had named them and ordered collars for them. So 2 new kittens is my Stinko.
He's like, I can just imagine, like, he takes this 15-minute nap, like he's watching a show, kind of got drowsy. He goes back in, the show's still on, and everything is changed. His whole world has changed. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Exactly. All right, anything else, Break?
Wake up in a different dimension? What the shit?
I know. All right, what else you got, Break?
Okay. Also, the state of Missouri, yes. The most I think she was convicted back in the early 80s, so like 40 years now. A woman who was incarcerated back then for murder was just a few months ago exonerated for that murder. And it was fact proven that it was a cop who did it and set her up.
Oh, a cop. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
that, a cop. Are you serious? No, that's not true, Break. I don't believe it. I don't believe it
Nope.
for a second at all.
It's true. I know. Police never do anything wrong for anything.
No, no, they don't. According to U.S. law, a cop has never broken the law.
And this one, of course, they didn't do anything to him until after he was dead.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
They didn't prove he was guilty until after he died.
Yeah.
But now this woman is still in prison because the Missouri Attorney General has decided that he is not going to let her out.
Oh, cause, yeah, innocent people should never be let out. I mean, if they're put in, they got to serve their time, Breakman.
Yeah, she's been exonerated. Courts have ordered that she be removed, and the Attorney General of that state has stepped in and said, no. And the reason he has used this because during the 40 years in prison, apparently she's had run-ins with other inmates, like violent run-ins.
So?
And there were other sentences added on to her prison sentence for murder. And because she was exonerated for the murder, but not for these violent actions that happened in prison, probably, defending herself.
Right.
Because it's fucking prison. They want her to serve those how many ever years.
I think if I was the parole board, I'd immediately grant her parole, regardless of whatever else happened. I'd say paroled. Next, that's how quick of a decision I would have on it. Yeah, they wouldn't want me on the parole board at all. All right, what else you got, Break?
That's it.
All right, Eric, did you have a stinko?
Nothing. I mean, you already mentioned Shelley Duvall. I was going to say that, so
yeah,
nothing really.
Okay, so City Council in Aurora gets can we just elevate the City Council, most of the City Council members to the ultimate Hall of Shame? So
we have a nickname for our City Council, the City Clownsel.
Oh, Clownsel. I got you. I got you. That's too nice of a word for the Aurora, because let me tell you what they did. So, the grieving family of Kylan Lewis, who was murdered by an Aurora police SWAT member, one bullet to his stomach, suffered for about a week and died. Right. So that's a murder because he was not armed. He had his camera in his hand, not his camera, his phone. Right. And that's all. And he was going to the ground, and they shot him as he was going to the ground. I saw the footage. It's horrific, and it involves one of my friends. That's my friend's cousin. So I took a special interest in this case, right? So I've been at the city council meetings, at the rallies. I've been covering it on the other channel ad nauseum, and I'll continue to do so until justice is served. So one of the council members, her name is Stephanie Hancock. Stephanie Hancock. She's one of only 2 African American members of the city council. Once we all went in there with cameras, they all hid except for 2 of the council members, Allison Coombs and one of the other council members, can't remember her name. So very heroic gesture on their part to not flee the scene like the rest of the council and continue their meeting. But not only did they continue their public meeting behind closed doors, Stephanie Hancock proceeded to call all of us, including the family of Kylan Lewis, terrorist, anarchist, bullies. What was the other word she used? But the main word that really stuck in my mind was terrorist. So she equated a grieving family and a bunch of protesters and activists as terrorist. That's the most un-American thing that I think I've heard somebody say in quite a long time. So, yeah, it's totally fucked up, and it's going to get called out. Matter of fact, we all decided to go to her town hall meeting. And that leads into my other stinko. One guy in particular, and I told him to fuck off, and you can watch it on my other channel, proceeded to say that anytime you reach for your phone like it's a gun, you should be shot. And this is with the family within earshot. Yeah, you can hear it on my other stream. And I said, you can fuck right off. I think were my words. Fuck you is what I told him. And then another guy, another older guy, older white guy, of course. And I think these guys may have been plants. I don't know. Because there's always those plants, right, that want to stir the pot and agitate, you know. Try to grab my camera. And he was very close to me actually laying hands on him because I couldn't back up anymore. I was already stepping on the woman behind me, and I couldn't go back any further. I was trying to back away from the dude after I got my camera on him. And then he proceeded to actually grab my camera, I should say, not try, and got very close. If he would have took one more step forward, I would have had to defend myself. So both of those fuckfaces get Hall of Shame stinkos, and the city council, and especially two people in particular, Stephanie Hancock and Steven Sundberg, who used his black adopted son as a shield to say that, you know, he's proud of his son and all this, basically using my best friend is a black guy card, but using it as his son. You guys can fuck right off. So those are my stinkos of the week. Let me get caught up on chat here. I can't remember if this happened before the last episode or not. Another stinko, I already bitched about my wife getting 3 jury summons while we have been together. I haven't gotten a single one. And then my son got his driver's license and probably registered to vote at the same time. And a week later, he got a jury summons. Oh, wow. Yeah, you should have let him take your camera and then get him charged with theft. No, I can't, Freak 5. I've got too much important stuff to do with that camera, too much important information on that. It's like my lifeline. But I could have had him charged with battery, but the problem with that is the Aurora Police Department doesn't like me very much. So you know where that would go. So there you go. All right, let's move on to happier thoughts.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet! Sweeto of the week.
All right, Breakman, your Sweeto of the week.
A couple of them. Steve Bannon spent his 4th of July in the Slammer.
Happy Independence Day, Steve Bannon. Happy Independence Day. Oh, I'm sorry. In your case, it's Happy Non-Independence Day. Okay.
Happy Incarceration Day.
Yeah, Happy Incarceration Day. Thank you. Okay.
God, I hope your cellmate has already traded you for a pack of cigarettes.
All right. No, he's in a posh prison, man. I think
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't stand, but he is in prison. He has lost rights. I was reading about some of the things they like to do to him, like they like to wake him up in the middle of the night for checks. Just even in the cushy prison, just to, just fuck with him, I guess. Whatever.
Right.
He deserves it.
Fucking Nazi.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of pieces of shit who deserve what they get, this one actually comes to us from a Bavarian town called Seidel. What happened was there was a neo-Nazi group that was making a march on their town, and the people found out about it. They decided to fight back, and I'm going to read it now. Back in a hilarious, perfect way by sponsoring each of the 250 fastest participants, according to a magazine. For every meter they walked, 10 euros went to a program called Exit Deutschland, which helps people escape extremist groups. The anti-Semitic walkers didn't figure out the town's scheme until they were already started their march, and by the time it was too late to turn back, the end result, the neo-Nazis raised more than $12,000 to fund programs to put an end to neo-Nazis.
Wow.
So Nazis got tricked into walking against their own selves.
Awesome. I like it. I like it a lot.
That was pretty funny.
Freak 5 Sweeto, we got 2 new kittens. See, I knew you would see it that way, Freak 5. And we also got our quarterly bonus today, Freak 5 says. Well, good for you. Enjoy your $250 after taxes, Freak 5.
Well, I mean $2.50.
I'm sorry. The one decimal place off. Yes, $2.50. Yes. Or what else you got? Break.
That's it.
All right, Eric, Sweeto.
Nothing really.
All right, mine is real quickly. I found my Zippo lighter that Bernie had bought me. But it was, I mean, I guess it ties into a stinko that I didn't say. It was hidden by either my niece or nephew. So I found it when I moved the wash detergent. So I knew they hid it. So there you go. At least I found it, and it's in my possession again. I almost got it. It was almost $300 after taxes. Well, that's a good little extra change.
That'll almost give you 2 full tanks of gas.
Yeah, almost a tank of gas. There you go. All right. Okay, should we do Panic Zone real quick, or should we move into game night?
I'm not ready to do game nights. You can stall, I guess, do that.
All right, Panic Zone coming up.
You've reached the Panic Zone.
All right. This week's Panic Zone is brought to you by Shark Week. All right. So picture this, guys. You are an experienced diver and scuba diver and shark watcher. You're a marine biologist. Put in whatever, anything to do with sharks. You're a conservationist, whatever. You're very experienced, right? And you're with a team of people studying sharks. You're out in the middle of the ocean, away, like many miles away from anybody or anything. But it's not like the deepest waters in the world, but you're just there. You get in a shark cage, right? They're like little mini jail cells that you can drop into the ocean with a partner. And you are, being descending down a certain amount of feet before you can observe and report or whatever you're doing down there. Get samples, put like tags on each of these sharks, and you're surrounded by sharks. It's shark-infested waters, literally. And these are bull sharks. There's a couple of great whites. Just a bunch of sharks, right? All the chum is around, to attract them because you need to do whatever. It's on your cage. They're coming close. They're doing whatever. And you're used to this. You feel very comfortable in that cage. There's no issues at all. You have enough air for at least 2 to 3 hours of work, all right? So you're working and you get to the bottom of where you are supposed to be with all these sharks, and all of a sudden you hear a real distinct like snap, right? And basically what happened was your line, your chain that is holding the cage breaks, and you are slowly descending to the bottom of the ocean, or where you are, which is, there's no decompression issues. You're not worried about that, but you are now descending to the bottom of the ocean where you're at. What do you do?
Can I get out of the cage?
You can, but remember, you are surrounded by.
Yeah, but the cage is going down deeper and deeper and deeper. Like, my options are limited at that point. If I could be killed by the compression.
No compression issues. There's no compression issues. You have enough.
But if the cage is falling down into the ocean, there is going to be compression issues, though.
No. This is you're in water where even if you hit the bottom, that's all you're going to do is hit the bottom. There's not going to be any.
It's like 10 feet deep. Okay, I'm doing that then. I'm going down there until the.
It's not 10 feet. It's probably 150 feet deep. There's no compression issues at all. You're not worried about compression, but you are worried about the amount of oxygen that you have. You've been down there for about an hour, and you are worried about all of the sharks hovering in and around your cage.
Just because of the oxygen, I would probably try to escape immediately instead of waiting until I'm down at the bottom. Because the other strategy would be to wait until they go to bed or something. Whoops, I didn't send that to chat. Oops.
Okay.
I'm guessing we don't have any equipment that you can relay messages to the team.
No equipment, just your scuba gear. You do have one harpoon between the two of you, and you have some chum at your disposal. That's it.
I would use the chum for.
I'd probably just make a break for it, and as soon as the shark approach, I'd probably just throw the chum out so they go after it instead.
Not a smart idea, but okay.
But well, all I'm saying is, like, unless it's like concealed in a sense concealed, like they're gonna go after you anyway. So getting away from you might be a better idea at that point.
All right, you break, man.
Like the oxygen's a problem. You're gonna run out eventually, and I'm guessing if you try and wait at the bottom of the ocean for the sharks to go away or for the night to fall, like you're gonna run out of oxygen. So I think the best option is probably trying to escape immediately. I would probably leave the chum in the cage so they would chase after that instead of me.
Yeah, good idea, Break. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I think that's the best course of action. You open up,
rip open the bag that it's in.
Yep, you rip open. Yeah, you rip open the bag that it's in at the bottom. Hope for the best and continue upwards. That's about the best that you can hope for sure. I mean, think about it. You're surrounded by fucking predators, right? Big ass fucking sharks that would not like nothing better than to eat. It's why
they're hungry.
Right. So, yeah. No, it's a conundrum. I thought about this because I saw a movie very similar called what was it? 47 meters down or something. It had a very similar scenario. But this scenario is a little bit different because I gave you guys at least a couple of tools to use,
Yeah, the chum's helpful.
Very helpful because that'll be a good distraction, But you still, I mean, if you're surrounded by a bunch of sharks, you're eventually gonna run into one on the way up. You're gonna have to do something, right?
Now, see, the thing we know with sharks is most of them don't attack people because they don't see us as a food source.
Right.
The reason surfers get attacked is because they look like the food source.
Yeah,
they kind of look like seals.
Yeah, seals on their surfboards.
And learned that the shark's probably the weakest if you want to go for their eyes.
Yes,
or
absolutely.
Or their inside gills.
Yes, the eyes are the place if you can get to it, but by that time that fucking shark has you in its grip. I mean, it's.
I mean, it depends on what kind of shark it is. If it's a great white, yeah, you're fucked.
Like I said, there's a couple of great, and they're super fast in the water. They're faster than what you think.
Yeah, they are. They're a nightmare.
Yeah. So, am I missing a chat? Hold on. Let's see. Did you send me something, Break?
Yeah, he sent the re-updated documents.
Okay. All right, so that's Panic
I kept
Zone.
them up so I don't have to worry about pulling them out.
All right. That's Panic Zone for this week, and I think we got one more Panic Zone, I think, next week.
Yeah, that's Breaks.
Yeah, Breaks Panic Zone next week. But
something.
Yeah, go ahead.
God, I don't want to think of anything. Thinking. That's all.
You've already thought of game night, man. So you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Speaking of game night, I guess we should probably get into it because it's already after 8 o'clock, and this might take a little bit.
All right, let's do game night. All right.
It sounds like the title music that you play in like an old retro game that was done poorly.
Yeah, like Gauntlet, maybe, perhaps, Eric.
The ZX Spectrum version of Gauntlet, you mean?
Yeah. All right. We are.
600 gauntlet.
Do I start reading this?
Start from the field 2.
The field 2.
I made it. I did some things to make it easier to distinguish. Like I eliminated magic points.
Okay.
So that's I think that'll help a lot as far as speeding up the game, and you can just use heal spells and fireball and whatever. Just use them now. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and start from the field. Oh, and I highlighted the areas that I am going to read.
Okay.
And then you read the rest.
Perfect. Okay. The party suddenly felt a surge of power from winning their last battle. The skies opened up above them, the sun shone down on them, and a chorus of voices sang from seemingly nowhere. We are the
we should sing this in the other.
We are the champions, my friends.
My friends.
All right,
we'll keep on fighting
till the end. Okay. Yeah, let's not do that. All right. With that, each party member gains a level. Roll 1 6-sided die for each stat. Roll is equal to the stat amount gained.
I don't have any 6-sided die.
You could roll a 12 and divide by 2, Eric, if you have it.
Yeah, I only got 20s.
Okay. I got 6-sided die. I can roll for you. Do you have a 6-sided die?
I do. I have a 6-sided die. You're gonna have to write all these down, though. Break.
Okay, we're on which part? This is part 6. See, I've edited a lot of things. If you notice, the character sheets are way different. It should be easier to read, and I've got a fixed starting point for everyone. So, for instance, starting with Freak, he has 20 hit points, so we're just gonna roll and go from there.
All right, hold on. Let me.
You have a die?
I do. I have all the die, but hold on. I got to get back because somehow my PlayStation absolutely don't quit your day jobs. Freak 5 says. A 6-sided die, Eric, is just a regular die. You don't have any regular die?